episode of Jill's radio show. Hello, Wisdomers. I'm back. And I hope you will. And I hope things are going well for everyone. Anyway, so there's a lot of things going on with YouTube right now, as well, with the whole cancel culture at YouTube. And I'm thinking as to how that these tech companies are allowed to get away with censorship as well, which is just not cool and is unacceptable and not cool at all, you know. All right, the weather right now is 16.5 degrees Celsius. It feels like 17.9 degrees Celsius. Minimum 13 degrees Celsius. A top of 25 degrees. Max 0 to 1 millimeter of rain. There's a shower or two. Current weather is west northwesterly, 4 kilometers an hour wind, 4 kilometers an hour gust, 100% humidity, 0.4 millimeter rain since 9 a.m. yesterday. Oh God. And Dominic Perrottet is wanting to raise the Warragamba Dam. Oh, man, about time. 75% chance high of no rain, 50% medium chance of no rain, 25% low chance of at least 1 millimeter of rain. Sydney area, Sydney, Australia, partly cloudy today, medium 60% chance of showers, light winds becoming southeasterly, 15 to 20 kilometres an hour in the early afternoon, then becoming light in the evening. No fire danger rating. Sunrise today was 6:12 a.m. Sunset was 7:14 p.m. today. Hopefully we can get some sunset today. Wanting crescent moon phase. The new moon will be on the 25th of October is the next moon phase. 8 very high max UV index. 9:10 a.m. to 4:10 p.m. Sun protection recommended as well. So I can see we get a guest waiting on the stage. Let's see. Hello.
Hello, Stephen.
How are you, Chris?
I am doing great on this terrific Tuesday. How about you?
Yeah, good. How are you?
Well, it's another great day to be alive and another gift, not only to receive, but to give as well.
Yeah. You sound very far in the distance as well, you do.
Well, that's probably maybe you can blame that on the internet because I am live and in person today.
Okay, so what have you had any cancel culture with YouTube?
Well, as you probably may or may not know,
Mm-hmm.
YouTube is a open platform for people to share their stories, their who they are kind of dynamic. But
Mm-hmm.
I'm really sad to say YouTube may have gotten into that cancel culture kind of dynamic
Mm-hmm.
because when you think about it this way, Stephen,
Mm-hmm.
when you're in the opportunity kind of dynamic to control or manipulate or however you want to call it the free flow of information,
Mm.
then how does it become then in and of itself free flowing if you control that?
Mm.
Well, the way that I truly believe that we can fight this quote unquote cancel culture
Mm-hmm.
is say, hey, you can't cancel the uncancelable.
Mm.
I'm going to share what I believe in and what I stand for, no matter if it's on your platform or not.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's not the many that we need to seek out to create the change or be the change, Stephen. It's that one that will turn into many. And
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to do it on YouTube to do it. Maybe
Mm-hmm.
there's other platforms to do that. Maybe it's literally in the very community in which you live that you can raise that voice and raise that awareness and raise that sense of being to people to where, hey, oh, I don't see your view, but you have to see my view, and my view is actually trumps yours or anything like that. See, I truly
Mm-hmm.
believe we have gotten into that kind of dynamic because the powers be, so to speak, for whatever rhyme or reason, not only feed off of that, but when you think about it, Stephen, to a certain extent,
Mm-hmm.
it does show up to a place of control that we can literally say we're leading you down this path, and you probably don't even realize it. But see, this is the thing that I truly believe in, and I truly believe a lot of people should really take stock and really take it for what it is. This is what I really truly believe how we can really truly eradicate the quote unquote cancel culture that's out there. The way we
Mm-hmm.
can do this, Stephen, is about doing simply this. I want to see what you see, and I want others to see what I see, so we can all see what we should all see.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. I mean, you mentioned about other platforms too. There's Rumble, Odysee, and Ultreon demonetized straight away. But what I don't like about YouTube is how they just want to control everyone, you know, especially with monetization. And it's like, you know, you're virtually not heard when you're a small channel in the beginning.
And
And this,
think about this, Stephen. And yes,
yo,
everyone wants to get money. Totally understand
mm-hmm,
that. Recognize that. Totally understand that. But think about this, Stephen. What is the next currency of humanity going to be truly relegated to? And when you really think about it, it should already be there, but we really don't think of it as such. Think about this. Maybe the next currency of humanity is going to be rooted in value, not money.
mm,
Because when you bestow that value onto people, again, about meeting them where they are and taking them for who they are and build a bridge to them and with them in such a way that you can see what they see and they can see what you see, then we can all see what we should all see. And sometimes when we have to come to it kind of like of a dynamic and to say, hey, if I can get you to that place that I see what you see and you see what I see, but you don't see totally what I see, but you see a little bit of it, maybe you just have to let that be for what it is and say, hey, maybe we just have to agree to disagree on some things, and that's okay. It's about keeping the open dialogue of free flowing information and the free flow thoughts of ideas, because without that free flow of thoughts and ideas and sharing of them, you know what's going to end up happening is then people are going to say, you know what, it is going to be what it is, and it's going to be end up the things that it's going to really get us to where we don't really want to go. And then next thing you know, people are going to end up saying things and seeing things from their only certain point of view. And if happening,
oh,
Stephen.
just lost you. Yeah, that's better.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, I can hear you better.
yeah. But
Okay.
I truly believe what's going to happen, Stephen, is when people are willing to let go of that ego or let go of that control or let go of what that serves them well by just like I said, just keeping the free flow of ideas and conversation going. That's how we are going to really come together as one nation or one world or one community, whatever that might be for each and every single one. Maybe if we can start doing that, that's how we're going to move humanity forward like no other time in human history.
Exactly. But hopefully this cancel culture will end soon, and we can stand up for cancel culture, and get freedom of speech to come back to without being controlled and censorship. But you brought up some good points, Chris, as well, and it was fantastic. But what do you do? Are you a content creator?
Well, I'm a little bit of everything. But more importantly, it's not what I do, Stephen. It's who I am,
Mm-hmm.
and I believe that's the kind of conversation that we should all start having in the free flow of ideas and exchange of conversations throughout, whether it be on social media or not. We
Mm.
always go to about what do you do. No one really asks anybody really in the first place. It's like, who are you? And when it comes to that free flow of ideas and exchanging that platform for everybody to be there, do we really ask that question to get to know people and really meet them where they are? And then again, it might be on the politics spectrum, it might be on the social media spectrum, whatever that might be. Maybe if we can create an environment to where we can grow and thrive from what's already there, then we don't have to be manipulated or quote unquote controlled by the people who say they are in the control kind of dynamic. And when people really see that people are going to have great and engaging conversations, that where not every conversation is going to be meant for them, and that's okay. Or maybe not one single idea is going to be for them, and that's okay. But if you let that opportunity be there for them, and
Mm-hmm.
again, make it about them and not about you, then you're really having the free exchange of ideas and conversations and freedom of thought and freedom to be who you were meant to be. Because, see, it's not up to me to tell what Steven should or should not do. It's not my job to do that. Or let's say if I was an executive, let's say at YouTube or Twitter
Mm.
or whatever that might be, it's not my job to tell you how you should be able to think, have a conversation, take a stand for what you stand for. That's not their job to do. What their job there to do is, and I truly believe what social media was truly intended to be, and even the
Mm-hmm.
internet in and of itself, is that place to come together, share ideas, share ways forward, just take it for what it is versus what it's not. And then, and once you can do that and establish that relationship with people, and true, deep down, meaningful relationship, not one just based in the ideologues of, let's say, whether it be politics or, hey, I know more than you because of this, that, and the other, and you don't. It's about shedding all that kind of negativity out of your life, and also in that conversation. Because if you're putting yourself above somebody else and you're expecting someone to see what you see, they're not going to see what you see because you're putting them literally behind you in that conversation right from the very get go. But if you put them in front of you or alongside you and you still listen to them and you learn from them, not only can you lead your life in a better and healthy way, you're giving that very same opportunity to them and still making it about them and not about you.
Yeah, exactly. Good point, Chris. Good point. It's yeah, I meant it as in a lot of people are getting this shadow banning these days, um, from YouTube, Instagram, and the big social media companies, because if you spoke up about COVID-19 and expressed your views about the vaccine, people's pages were being taken down. Um, that's what I meant about censorship too. Like, we need more freedom of speech now. And it's just getting to the point where it's just harder and harder to express your views. And yeah, that's what's going on, to be honest with you.
Well, the way we really can truly get there, Stephen,
Mm.
is, like I said, let that be for what it is and not what it's not. Because, see, if we come into whether it to be a conversation or a social media post or whatever that might be, or even a YouTube video, if we are already thinking the outcome is going to be X, Y, and Z, and that's what it's going to end up being, then that's what it's going to be for us. But if we come into it with an open mind and an open heart, I will go back to the great John C. Maxwell when he says this: leadership is influence, nothing more, nothing less. It's not a title, it's not a rank, it's not a position. It's influence. It's how we show up with that influence, Stephen, that really will dictate where people will fall or even not go with you in and of itself, whether it be from the place of politics, human connectedness, social media conversations, whatever that might be, because if they're only in tune to only what they know and that's all they know, then that's all they're ever going to know. But the way you do that, to break down that barrier of them only knowing what they know and that's all they will ever know, is maybe showing that little influence with them, and again, meeting them where they are at, taking them for who they are, and not what they are actually defined by. Because if we start putting labels on people to such an nth degree to say, hey, they're only a Democrat, I can't associate with a Democrat, or they're only a Republican, I can't associate with a Republican, or I can't associate with anybody with YouTube because their YouTube channel has no value to me. And see, that's where I think we really have been put in a separator state more and more because of these platforms that's out there that doesn't really have the intention to really be of that free exchange of ideas and that freedom to be who you are meant to be. Like I said, if I was, like I said, the CEO of YouTube or Twitter or Instagram or whatever that kind of thing it is, it's not up to me or anyone underneath me to say what you can or cannot post. It is up to me to literally put out the platform for everyone to be for who they were meant to be. And if they have a fair share of ideas and they want to share with each other, go ahead and do that. And if not, hey, that's all I can do. I can't make people do what they don't want. And number two, I can't make them do what I want them to do, because if it doesn't matter to them, it's not going to matter to me, because I can talk to a blue in the face and it's not going to really matter. So it's just about, again, letting things be for what they are versus what they're not. But I have to go. But thank you, Stephen, for the platform today. Have a great day. Make it your day. And we'll definitely talk soon.
You too, Chris. Thanks for being on the show. Bye. All right, that was awesome. It's always great to have someone come on the show, the Stephen Shields radio show, and yeah, it's interesting to hear other points of view about the cancel culture, especially with YouTube. Uh, Look, one of my YouTube videos got taken down. It was one of my shorts because the community on YouTube said that apparently I was spamming them or scamming, which it clearly wasn't. And I've said this before. I appealed it to YouTube, and they basically just ignored it. So that's what's been very difficult for me as a content creator in getting noticed too. They're always changing their terms and conditions as well. I wonder if there's any content creators out there who have run into little hiccups in the past where you get things taken down for no reason, you appeal it, and they say no. But what I meant before is putting your work out on as many different video platforms as you can, like Ultreon, Odysee, to monetize straight away, because it's come to the point where YouTube, it's like they getting too fussy as well. You know that. And I mean, I love what I do. This is what we've got 373 episodes on the channel. I've got 350 episodes of 360 by now of the Stephen Shields radio show. The podcast. So clearly, I love what I do in this business, but it's the censorship part. Like I mentioned before about social media, and there's places that I'm on like Getter, Gab Social, Webtalk as well to bring back freedom of speech as well. So I highly recommend you try those out if you can, because to have the ability to be heard is very important. It's come to my conclusion where if you you know, opposing things like climate change and all that stuff, especially I've noticed on Facebook, they have a climate change center as well. And if you disagree with that, basically it's like, we're going to take your post down. Okay. So this is the control that these tech companies have. But yes, continue to use them and continue to upload there, but don't just rely on one. Go to as many as you can. There's a lot of these little social medias that are starting out that just started pretty much simple and easy, and that's what I like as well, keeping it simple and easy. And that's what we need to keep it simple. Keep it simple, easy, you know. But a lot of people, are struggling to find their voice uh, right now. But all we can do, yeah, is just keep producing great work. And I probably said this before. If this is what YouTube is doing to make me quit, I ain't gonna quit. I'll just keep showing up as well. That's what I'm gonna do because I believe in myself. You know that. Just keep believing in yourself and keep on pushing yourself, making better work than you did last time as well. That's why I said before, the power of affirmations too is important about what you do put in your subconscious mind and unconscious mind. The power of, what we tell ourselves is something that we got to be careful about. Positive audio as well. Audios do help as content creators to just keep writing and showing up too when you feel like you are not being heard. All I can just say is, yeah, just keep on, showing up and keep on writing your best work that you can and listening to your true intuition, because intuition is important as content creators in this business. I mean, a lot of people are going to tell you you're not going to make it. All right, that's the nature of this. There's a lot of negative people out there that will say you can't. But like I said, when you fill your subconscious mind with success, that's all you can do at this stage. I mean, we're all going to get rejection. We all get probably a million no's before we get the one yes. Uh, that's going to happen. That's expected. When you expect to be the rejection, when you expect to be rejected and you don't let it get to you, trust me, You just brush it off and you'd be like, I'm the better person at the end of the day. I'm the winner. Because this is what we're here to do on the Stephen Shields radio show. We're here to be winners. And being winners is important as well. You know, because we're here to be winners. We're here to manifest success. And we're here to, live in abundance and prosperity. I mean, everyone's got a different journey, I guess. Everyone's journey is a different one. We all have our story to share. We all, have different views. But what I can say is just by, looking at what it is I was put on this earth to do, that's important. That's very important. So many people are going to tell you that you can't do it. But when you have the drive for success and you have the motivation to just keep going and pushing yourself, you'll get there. I know that for a fact. Leadership is important. John C. Maxwell is one of the best leaders of all time that we've seen. And yeah, personal development books are fine. I've read personal development books in my life, but I mean, one thing I can say with personal development books is don't overload yourself with them too much. Take action, because taking action is the first step we have to take, is taking action and not procrastinating anymore. All right? Because I can sit here and study and study and study and get nowhere. And that's what we got to do. We've got to take action in our life. Action is important because we're here to be winners on the Stephen Shields radio show. It's a big, bad, cruel world out there. But when you beat them with success, you beat the haters, you beat the trolls, I'm the winner at the end of the day. And let's be winners, no matter how much cancel culture is going on, no matter how much censorship is going on, we are winners on this show, on the Stephen Shields radio show. Look, guys, I got a new album out called Dead Man Walking, so definitely check that out if you can. The links will be in the show notes as well when this podcast airs. I highly encourage all my listeners to share any of your favorite episodes on your social media channel. That way it can help me reach more people, help me get more listeners if you like. And you can also support me on Patreon as well. I've got a merchandise store on my Redbubble if you like to get any merchandise to support the channel. Yeah, that'd be wonderful. And if you tell more people about the Stephen Shields radio show too, it can help me grow more organically as well. And that's what I like. I care about my community because community to me is very important with community, I feel, you know, and personal development courses too, and meditation courses as well. But community means a lot. Probably I'd say community is one of the most hardest things to do is build communities these days. I don't know if it's a trust issue or something like that, but it's all about, where I want to go in life. I mean, what is it that, you know, you want to achieve for yourself? You know, and I guess the self motivation is good, and you just look at what are the little things that I'm getting in achieving in life, the small little goals, and keeping my goals realistic too is important. You know that keeping my goals to the point where I'm you know achieving success in life and living the abundance lifestyle as well. I mean, these things do come into question as well, and not overthinking uh, aspects of your life where you're gonna, procrastinate and put off your dreams and your hopes and your goals. I mean, it's very good to have dreams, I guess. We all have dreams. I had a dream last night about a possum. Um, that could be a sign. Like I said, I keep seeing black crows walking around. So that's obviously a sign of something as well, something spiritually. For me, that could be a sign, a message that I am getting. So I always pay attention to those messages as well. What has the universe decided to tell me today that I need to know by now? But like I said before about being cancelled and censorship, yeah, look, people can try and cancel me all they want, but at the end of the day, you just bounce back and you just don't quit. All right, you just keep on, looking at, well, I learned from my mistakes. Now it's time to move on, It's time to move on. Because I guess, when we have a vision in our life, we've got to keep going. We've got to keep going. And we've got to keep on manifesting success is important. And making sure that we, look after ourselves too. But, it is all political with YouTube these days, with the whole shadow banning thing and the cancel culture being censored. This is going on with Fox News. So I highly encourage all my listeners to explore different platforms as they can and decide that, I mean, where can I go that I'm going to be heard? Where am I going to get my voice heard in the future as well? And that's what you can do. That's what you can do these days. Is just find where you want to get your voice heard. All right, weather right now is 18.1 degrees Celsius. It feels like 20.4 degrees Celsius. A top of 25 degrees Celsius. A low of 15 degrees Celsius. 0 to 1 millimeter rain. There's a shower or two predicted. Oh, God. Fed up with these showers. Wind northwesterly wind 2 kilometers an hour. Wind 2 kilometers an hour gust. 97% humidity, 0.4 millimeter of rain since 9 a.m. Rain, 75% chance high of no rain, 50% medium chance of no rain, 25% low chance of at least 1 millimeter of rain. Sydney, Australia today, partly cloudy, medium, 60% chance of showers, light winds becoming southeasterly, 15 to 20 kilometers an hour in the early afternoon, then becoming light in the evening. 6:12 a.m. sunrise today, 7:14 p.m. sunset, warning crescent, moon phase, new moon, the 25th of October is the next moon phase. 8 very high max UV index, 9:10 a.m. to 4:10 p.m. Sun protection recommended. Oh no. Was that a mosquito there? Shit. Podcasting in my room. Yes. So this is the weather. These are the challenges of our weather that we have. So tomorrow will be low of 15 degrees Celsius, a top of 23 degrees Celsius. Friday, 16 degrees Celsius, a top of 25 degrees Celsius. Saturday will be 16 degrees Celsius, top of 27 degrees Celsius. Sunday, low of 16 degrees Celsius, top of 26 degrees Celsius. Monday, low of 16 degrees Celsius, a top of 26 degrees Celsius. Tuesday, 17 degrees with a top of 25 degrees Celsius with sunny and part rain going. Yeah, but I don't know what's going on with the Bureau of Meteorology. They want to change their name. I saw a post, I think it was from The Age or the Sydney Morning Herald on Instagram about changing their name. I don't know. This is all this political correctness stuff is just ridiculous. Why what's the issue about changing the name for the Bureau of Meteorology is what I don't get. I mean, someone tell me, like, why the Bureau of Meteorology is changing their name for some reason. It's just a bit stupid, to be honest with you, that they, a weather application want to do that in all of PC to get all PC politically correctness. Like, even, I don't know, streaming services taking their shows down for politically correctness or terms and conditions, which is just stupid. All these, the whole world's going crazy. Since, you know, since COVID-19 hit, we've seen a lot of craziness in this world. I mean, I feel that, it's nice to see the world getting back to normal slowly, slowly. But, if you look back during 2020, during the lockdowns that we had, and if you were organising a peaceful protest, especially in Melbourne, Australia, the police were arresting people literally at your door because Daniel Andrews used this virus. So did Anastasia Palaszczuk. Took advantage of the virus. So did Gladys Berejiklian. So did all the state premiers of Australia. All the world governments could make business out of the virus. Now, why is it with rapid antigen tests, especially over Christmas this year in 2022 when Omicron came out, they were being price scalped at some petrol station? That's just not right. That is not cool. All right. I'm free to speak up about COVID-19. All right. Because the mental health aspects that this virus has done to people's lives, being in a lockdown, is not cool. You know, it's not cool at all. You know, and we found that a lot of misinformation was out there too. There was a lot of misinformation. There was a lot of, scaring people. If you were to speak up about COVID-19, you were cancelled, you were silenced. And being silenced is not fair for your freedom of speech. But this is where the world has gone these days. They want to take away your freedom of speech. They want to take away your right as well to speak up, especially the government, you know. You know, and so that's what it is. That is what it is. But, all you can do is just keep on writing the best work that you want to write in your life today. and keep on, overcoming fear, overcome that fear of rejection as well. Overcome the fear of failure is important. Yes, we have to overcome our fears. We have to, be able to see our true voice as well. Awesome show today, guys, on the Stephen Shields radio show. Always love coming here on Wisdom and, being able to podcast here, which is really cool, and getting to find my voice and my freedom of speech. Please like, share, and subscribe to the Stephen Shields radio show as well, and turn on your notifications. I've got the music show live stream on my YouTube channel. That's just all about music, so if you want to stop by, swing by, and or send me your questions here on Wisdom, I'll be happily to answer them on the show as well. And I look forward to podcasting here in Wisdom. And bye for now.